So the Tom Ford deal was able to happen through a company called Crucial Music, which is based out of Studio City, California. A placement deal is where the company will basically like take your records that you send them and they'll make pitches to industry companies within TV and film and commercials and movies and advertisements and stuff like that. So I've been blessed to, I think I've sent them like 4 or 5 records, and they've taken like 3 or 4 of them. What they do is they just base it off of a lot of different specifics as far as, how it'll work, what way it'll work. And if they like it, they'll add it to their catalog. You'll do a contract for like 3 years. So I was able to get a placement deal with them for like all those records. But the way the Tom Ford one came about was, this was different than like recordings. This was actually like production, which I have 0 experience in. And they had sent the email out. I want to say it was like, I didn't see the email till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. What's like really ironic about it is that like I was praying the night before, and because I was just like really just going through some different things professionally, personally, spiritually, and I was just praying to God like, to not give me these opportunities just for me. Like I was wanting to remove myself like selfishly from things so that I could have opportunities to be a blessing to someone else. But in this particular prayer, which was like really, really sincere, I was praying like, Lord, help me be better for my wife, because we was still fresh in our marriage, like maybe 2-3 years. So we was having those growing pains. Also during this time, I'm living with my grandparents. Me and my wife separated because of some personal things, not really so much between me and her, but some outside stuff. So we separated. This was like around February, so all of January, December, I was depressed, and man, it's just, I'm staying with my grandma now. I don't have a job, I'm a husband, a dad, and it just was rough, you know what I'm saying? And like, I got all this stuff going on, and then I got this opportunity, and it's just like, man, God's grace, like how it was a wave, like it was a flood, like I just rode it. And, really looking back, like, man, His grace is so sufficient. So, I'm just really was going through so much during that time. Really sincere, like, Lord, allow me to be better for her, and whatever opportunity I can get in the gift that you're giving me to like really just be a blessing and be better for her or whoever else can be impacted by it. So when they sent the email, like they was real specific with, what they wanted in it. And, I had a real tight deadline, and it was a dope experience. It was really no pressure, you know what I'm saying? So it was cool. So man, the process was crazy because like at the time I didn't have no studio. I wasn't even recording for real at the time. Like I was just ghostwriting and was just writing just all types of different records across different genres. Even though I'm a Christian hip hop artist, I was just still write, just different theme songs and stuff like that. So, and then I had no equipment for making beats. So I was gonna try to finesse and like get on SoundClick or SoundCloud, look for a beat that was close to what they was looking for, and then reach out to the producer, try to come up with like an agreement on this opportunity. But like nothing that I was listening to, and I know it was God, nothing that I was listening to was coming remotely close to what they was wanting, because Tom Ford's camp, like they was real specific in the sound, the feel. They were wanting elements of like water, and they wanted the instrumental to feel warm and like enlightening for people to listen to. So I hit up my bro who does production and was like, man, look, I got a super, super dope opportunity that I want you to, be a part of. the thing is, like, we got to make this track in like 48 hours and send it back to him, because I was also going up against 5 other seasoned producers. And you know, it was on a Sunday. I went to church, like, bro, listen, I mean, I took my MacBook to the church because like I could see it, like I envisioned, like, man, this gonna happen. I know, you know, God is really about to work something. So he like, cool. So we go over to the crib, go in his little studio, man, and you know, he's showing me how to build and layer the beats, and I'm letting him know like the sounds. I had researched like just different companies and different fragrances and different fashion companies, like what their music sounds like for their advertisements, and how the models is walking and what that feels like, looks like. You know, I was like going in, and we prayed on it and like really got God involved first, man, and like he just put it on us. Like we was able to like really make this record for this, you know, for Tom Ford. Like 3 days later, they emailed me back and was like, you know, Tom Ford and the production team chose your track, and I just was like blown away, like, wow, God, like it was huge. It was really a dope effort, because it was like 4 or 5 different people involved in the whole process. So it was like just really, really cool. Man, I didn't really find out about the real success of it until like literally like a week ago. I remember Dan, who works with Crucial, who's one of my A&R contacts, he had told me like, once they, you know, go live with it, we'll shoot you the link, you can check it out. And I really didn't think much of it after that, man. They bought the beat outright, so they cut a nice check. I was able to break my bro off, just for, you know, his collabing with me, letting me use his equipment, getting that experience making a beat. But I didn't find out until just a week ago when I went on the link and seen that it was at like 11 million views. I'm looking through the comments and everybody's on there like, man, who's here because of the track? Or like, who did the track? Like, what's the record card? Where can I find the beat at? And I was just like, whoa, like it was so surreal, like, you know, because I never thought it would like really just be that impactful, just the background music for a Tom Ford ad. So it was super dope, and I just, you know, wanted to share this because like some people will hesitate on their vision or their goals or their plans because they feel like they're not qualified to do something, or they'll let people discourage them because of like their past or, you know, certain things that they've done. And, you know, people will try to characterize you on who you were and not who you are. So this is like an encouragement that like, man, you keep God first, trust in your faith, trust in yourself, stay true to self, stick to the vision. Like with God, anything is possible. Like nothing is impossible with God, no matter what it is you're doing, how you doing it. And I just want to share this to like encourage and inspire and motivate you that like you don't have to be on no huge stage and you don't have to have like all the best stuff. You work with what you got. You maximize what God has given you. Be a good steward over it. Be faithful over it. Put in the work and then match it with the faith, and God gonna blow it up. It's about having the mindset that 2 things. I want to glorify God, and then I want to be a blessing to somebody else. And so it's like having this mind of Christ that you want to see somebody else do better than you. You more concerned with the well-being of somebody else. You're more concerned with their success than your own. And when that's the mindset in your heart, like, man, the sky is not even a limit. Like God is limitless. So He'll do it for you, man. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope it blesses somebody. Share it, you know, like, subscribe, shoot me a comment, you know, and tell me what you think. And let's just keep splashing, man. God bless.